Hi there. Welcome to another presentation of the Globe Sound Healing Conference. We now have Dawn. Hi, Dawn.
Oh, aloha.
It's
Thank
Dawn
you.
Radiance Chantal Crystal.
Thank you, David. Thank you for inviting me here to your platform and your soul family. I'm so grateful and excited to be here.
Welcome, welcome.
Yeah.
Dawn is an internationally recognized voice sound healer, a direct channel to God the Creator, medical intuitive, respected intuitive life coach, soul reader, pain release expert, and best-selling author of 6 books: Pain Free Made Crystal Clear, Fear Free Made Crystal Clear, Happiness Made Crystal Clear, Fatigue Made Free Made Crystal Clear, Pet Talk and Abundance Made Crystal Clear, and is known as a leading transformational expert incorporating ancient wisdom for modern day success. She is passionate about helping people clear emotional and physical blockages so they can manifest from their higher self, step into their full potential, and lead their lives and businesses in ways that align effectively with their soul's purpose. Dawn helps her clients to release themselves quickly from pain, emotional and physical, and she has miraculously healed many life-threatening health conditions such as cancers and unknown illnesses that no medical treatment could cure. She's an active mentor for entrepreneurs, CEOs, and celebrities, helping everyone. Dawn is the go-to person to get out of pain fast and in minutes. Dawn participates regularly on global seminars, radio shows, and podcasts. Welcome,
That
welcome.
was that was a lot. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate that.
So, what have you been up to lately?
Well, I live in Lahaina, so that's the Maui fires. So I was a part. I obviously was not too far. I would say part of it. I'm feeling the aftermath of it all here, and it's still happening. But I really feel that my job here, just living here, because I work with the Earth Grids in Maui. One reason why I live here is because I was invited to live here, I believe, many years ago. But it's really raised frequency here, but also to keep the vibration high because there's a lot of people suffering right now here.
Uh-huh.
It's really, I think, the magnitude of what happened here, and I don't want to spend the whole time on it, but it's the third worst fire in the U.S. history, and unfortunately, it's not really being uh, really talked about that. It's really the whole town is wiped out, so it's really sad. And I live probably a half a mile from the fire, so I definitely was there. I was when the fire was happening, David. As I was mentioned to you before we started the call that I love animals and I do a lot of animal rescue when I'm not doing sound healing. So during the fire, I was out feeding a lot of animals, and we had like major wind that day when this hurricane passed south of here. So I was just doing my duty as what I normally do is take care of animals, well, especially cats. I have a cat colonies, and when it was happening, I was watching the Lahaina fire from across the bay, from across where I was in Kaanapali at the time doing it. I had no idea that night of that this was happening, that the whole town was up in flames. I thought maybe, maybe it was just a fire, because we do get fires here. So it was really the next day because we didn't have power or any electricity was out the day before from the strong winds. So I had no idea that this was the magnitude of that was happening. And I remember feeding the cats and getting in my car, and all the trees just blew all over the sidewalks and everything. I remember just barely getting home because it was like 80-mile-an-hour winds. It was really crazy. Never seen anything like it. I've been here in Maui now for like 20 years, and that's was really
Mhm.
major event that happened, which was really strange because we had no rain involved. I think if we had rain involved, this extreme wouldn't have happened.
Mhm.
I really believe that we needed the rain with the hurricane that was I think it was like 300, 3,000. I don't know how far it was, 300 or something miles south. It wasn't really affecting us except the winds. So that's what happened. And I'm still here, living here for a while. I'm feeling guided to stay here for just a while longer, and I just continue praying for the island,
Mhm.
doing my
Cool,
part to help others here in my own capacity, um, really get through this.
cool.
So yeah.
So here's the big question. If you had all the money in the world, what would you do to help people on the planet or
Well,
animals?
yeah, I think it would be a combination. I think really seriously, I came to Maui on a spiritual journey many years ago. That's where my sound healing, well, I don't know if I would say I already had it. I think it's just awakened in me. But I think I'm doing right now exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, which is really, I mean, I so appreciate you being here, David. I appreciate you being on your platform, and I think that's modern technology that I really feel that me showing up here and doing, I do a lot of that on other summits, is just to really share my gift with others. And like I said, this way here, it kind of, I feel being here with your soul family on your platform really allows me to reach a lot of other people all over the world, which I'm very limited being on this little remote island of Maui in the middle of nowhere. So I feel that doing that, and I think probably, as I mentioned a little bit before the call, that I would probably open one of my goals, or you might say passions, and I haven't really pursued it 100%, is to open. I don't know if it'll be here. I really feel that the land here is very expensive, but I would definitely open an animal sanctuary somewhere maybe on the mainland eventually, because I like to take in or help really animals who really need help, just kind of abused animals, and I like to really help heal them in my own way, because I do work with animals, not just humans, as far as them spiritually and all kinds of levels, physically, to help them rebalance and bring them back to their true nature, because a lot of times the animals that I find are really traumatized.
Mm.
So that's what I think I would do too. I would open an animal sanctuary, and not to say that I just because I don't think I need all the money in the world to do it, but I just need the time. And right now, I'm feeling very guided to just continue my work with working with the human race, and of course, I do work with animals through my voice sound healing, through my voice, doing sessions and group sessions, and I specialize in both individual sessions and group sessions with
Nice.
my sound healing therapy, I call it.
What is it you do?
My voice is a carrier. I call it divine energy. I mean, we're all connected to the divine, so don't get me wrong. I just feel it's my way of expressing that, my gift in this lifetime through my physical body or my form, is to bring in frequency. And I call it, I don't bring a modality to my work. I'm very precise about when I say that. I call myself a pure channel to the divine creator. So whatever your word for divine creator, if you can say source, God, creator, I respect everybody's belief system. I don't bring a belief system. I believe into my work, except I just know how to bring in frequency for people or groups, and it's aligned to what they're, I could say, is a group collective, because we're all connected to one creator. What everybody's needing. I can make one sound and it can affect everybody in a different way. A lot of my sound is not just working on the physicality, which I'm very good at working on pain. I'm known as a pain release expert throughout the world. That is where I started. But I've also really know how. I'm like an X-ray machine when I work with people. I can actually see into your body. I call myself a human X-ray machine. I can actually see into your body what's really happening. I can see stagnation. Um, I can see where you have blockage. And I'm not taking myself as a doctor. I'm just telling you this is my gift, and I share it with a lot of people as far as moving energy rapidly through the body to clear blockages. And if they're mental blockages, I can clear the subconscious, unconscious, and core patterns of people pretty quickly. I do groups of sessions. I've been doing groups of people for many years doing that, and I do that every week, by the way. But I'm talking about just really individuals. Like right now, I could give you an example. I've been doing a lot of work recently, David, on clearing people, and this is nothing personal, whatever your choice is. I don't bring that into here. As far as COVID shots and all that, I've really found that people who've taken a lot of COVID shots, and again, nothing personal, it's your choice. But I see in the body, I've been clearing a lot of lymphatic systems and a lot of blockage of. It's really synthetic chemicals that I see, um, things that cause blockage, which also can really turn into disease within. It's not really are treated. But I mean, like I said, I'm not treating it people, or if you want to say like a doctor, I'm doing it because I can actually see in the body and I can move energy. One of my gifts is to move energy rapidly with my voice, and I clear out the. You might call me liquid drone, like clearing liquid drainal through your body, and I could clear that blockage out, and it obviously brings more energy flow to that part of your body. Again, I like to bring a person back into resonance, meaning your body can heal itself naturally. We're all designed to do that. Okay, I'm not bringing anything that you're all designed to heal ourselves, but we do live in a physical body, David, and at times we do have accidents, we have traumas, we have surgeries and things that kind of get in the way of our body really performing and really working at its optimal way it's supposed to. So I really find that my work really gets your body back into just being in perfect homeostasis, to uh, being healthy, and that's what I'm really known for. Besides just making sound to, I like to call my sounds really not just to do that, but I also I can help align people to their soul. I like to
Oh,
call it
cool.
my sounds, soul sounds,
Uh-huh.
just
Hmm.
more stronger, more deeper into the divineness that we are. Maybe sometimes we feel a little lost in this journey of life because we've had, like me, I have to admit, I've written books about my life. I grew up with a lot of trauma early on in my life, this lifetime. I did not grow up with a family that loved me. As a matter of fact, I had a very harsh beginning, humble beginnings. And part of my journey was to, I really feel there's no coincidence. I don't feel like I'm a victim in any way. I really feel it was great training for me to be who I am today and be very compassionate,
Were you
very
born
loving.
with it? Were you born with this gift?
I always believe I've had it. I like to call myself an old soul. I believe that I've always had it, but it was obviously, I don't know, it was needed to be, it was dormant or awakened or it just, I always like to call it a perfect divine timing when things need to show up. And mine happened to show up when, before I came to Maui, uh, I just got out of divorce. So I was married and had a, you know, let me put it this way, let me back up a little bit here. I grew up with no love. Okay, I didn't even know what love was. Even in my own, I was married twice. I didn't even know what love was. So all my marriages were failed. And I'm not here to say that I certainly don't put myself on a pedestal as a healer. I actually call myself a real healer, as someone who's been through it themselves. And I really felt that searching my whole life and not knowing where to find love, which of course it was within myself. I had two failed marriages, and at the last marriage is when I was strongly guided, David, to get a one-way ticket to Maui. We're talking way over 25 years, 20, yeah, over 20 years ago now. But that's where my journey really started. I knew before I had readings with people. I was into always the, you know, I always was into this, art of getting readings and stuff. So I was always different. I think I was always an outcast growing up. I was bullied, you name it. I didn't have any friends growing up. So I was always drawn inward. So I used to get into all this metaphysical stuff and I got a reading and some healer told me, you're a healer. You need to sell everything in your life. You need to just walk away from everything. Just let it all go, which I did. I let everything go, let everything go, my house, my car, everything. After the divorce, and came to Maui with two bags, my faith, and I think $750 to my name. And to make a long story short, I lived out of a car for over a half a year trying to get on my feet. Now, this is before I was using my sound. Sound started coming through me back then, and the reason why it was coming through me, I believe at the time, David, was to heal my life. I was barely surviving living off the dollar menu at McDonald's. I brought a little bag of jewelry to pawn in a pawn store. I hope this isn't too grim, but I'm just telling the humble beginnings I had to go through to get my gifts to barely show up, and maybe that's how the universe tested me. I don't know, but I was pawning my jewelry. This is how I got my deep trust, a really confidence in what I did because I used to take a little bag of jewelry, go to the pawn store, and every day somebody would magically buy my jewelry, and I had just enough money to buy gas in my car and eat. And I lived like that for 6 months. I'm talking somebody who was I owned businesses before, so you're talking someone who did not camp. I wasn't a camper. I stayed at the high end hotels. Okay, so I went from that to living out of a car, that was trauma right there. So my sound started coming to me, David, if you want me to get into that, is when I was in my humble beginnings of living off the dollar menu at McDonald's, and blessed McDonald's. Okay, thank you. Okay, nothing wrong with that. It saved me. But I used to sit at the beach because I was trying to save gas in my car. So I would sit there, and all of a sudden, I was a nervous wreck. I thought I was losing my mind. I thought I was absolutely crazy for listening to this person who gave me a reading. And then I just felt this expansion the whole time, like, yes, 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 just keep following this, even though my mind was saying, no, 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 we're absolutely crazy. Um, is when I started going to the beach, and then these sounds, my sounds that I use now today. I mean, I think I perfected them where they're more um, fine tuned right now as I've been doing this work over 25 years. But back then, they would just come through and they were actually soothing me. They were like, wow, I don't know, these sounds would just start blasting through me. And I was like, what is this? I don't know what this is. It's kind of weird, right? And then sure enough, they got louder. And back then, people were not really open to this metaphysical stuff. It was really weird. I mean, I'm just telling you, they thought it was weird. So people would hear me at the beach, and then they would walk by. Just people randomly walking on the beach saying, this lady's making a sound, and they would hear it. And then some people were really kind of interested. They're like, God, I don't know what you're doing, lady, but you were making some sound there, and I was having a really hard day, or I was having this pain in my back that just disappeared, and I'm like, oh, I don't know. I'm just
Not my
here.
fault.
Yeah, I'm just in this moment here, and they just some people started sitting with me, and then we would just sit, and the vibration was just I was just so surrendered back then, and so much light was coming through me that these people were just in awe, and they didn't even know, but they just knew they were receiving some kind of healing, and maybe their soul was touched. I can't really figure that out to this day, except that's where my journey started from. So I didn't. Let me put it this way. I always very clear on this. I didn't take a class. I didn't take a modality and didn't put my name on it and label myself as this. I never took a class. I never took a healing class. I'm very precise. My gifts I have are pure raw sound, and it's all a gift that in some ways, I feel like I earned it, but it really it's who I am, and I really feel that I've been doing this a long time, and I know how to perfect my sound into different things. So I'm really known for making recordings. Like I'm really good at putting my sound into MP3 recordings and uh, putting it per source, like say for a different thing that's going on with someone, say like a pain in their body. I'll put it towards shoulder pain, or I could put it towards brain healing or something. You know, I do all kinds. I do anti-aging. I can do a lot of stuff with my sound, and I that's what I do. People buy my recordings and they feel
Well,
this energy activations or healings, if you want to call it.
well,
And
let's can we play with it? Can we try
um,
some?
sure,
Okay,
let's
so
go.
so let me tell you one thing that happened few years ago. I think I got COVID, and
Oh,
I woke up one morning with a cramp in my left leg,
okay.
and I talked to my medical intuitive who's on the Big Island actually,
Oh, cool. Okay.
and she actually
Yeah.
used to be in Maui, and she said, Dave, you got to go get an ultrasound. So I went and got
Oh.
an ultrasound, and there was a blood clot from my hip all the
Oh.
way down to my ankle.
Ooh. So how long ago did you get the test? Or
That was, I mean, well, I've been on blood thinners here and there. I'm now
oh,
natural blood thinners, but I also just set the intention that it would be gone,
yeah,
and really, so it's mostly gone. Although the last few weeks, I think I got COVID again, and
yeah.
it's came back a little bit, but it's down to like 8%, right?
Okay, yeah.
But so there's that. And then the other main thing, or I could let you do a scan and just see what you find.
Yeah. Well, I see that you have. Is it hurting in your lower? Is it tight in your lower back? Because that's what I'm seeing right now.
Yeah, my lower back is always a
Yeah.
problem, so I do
And your lungs
physical
need some help.
therapy every
Hmm.
morning. I do stretches and stuff for my lower back.
Okay. Well, if you don't mind, I could put some energy there and kind of loosen it up for you. Again, I
Okay.
want to mention I'm not here to put on a show.
Hmm.
I'm not one to I'm not one. I'm not in my ego. Okay. I let people know this is how my work works. It's either you're going to receive it right away and you're going to feel it, or you're going to receive it something and you're going to receive it within the next 2 to 3 days. Everybody's different. I have people who I've worked with for 20 years do not feel anything, and they're like gradually will feel it with the next day. So it just depends on how sensitive you are.
Oh, I'm
So
about as sensitive as it
okay,
gets.
I figured you were, but
Um,
I just want to let you know because I'm not here to put on a show. I'm just here to serve,
yeah,
and I'm
cool.
here to serve you. So let's go ahead and just again, I don't know how my sound is going to sound, but I'm just letting you know I'm going to tune in because I can actually see right now your lungs need some help, and I'm going to. And what is it on your right hand side? Because it's hard to tell from this where I'm sitting right now where your blockage is on your.
Yeah,
Is it
there's
going down
my
your
right hip,
right leg?
my
Yeah,
right hip has been hurting for the last couple
yeah.
weeks too. I
Okay,
think it was
let's
from a high school accident and when I was playing football.
Okay, well that'll do it. Okay, so just stay seated. Again, I'm just going to bring in some light. So I might make clear off your upper channel here if you don't mind right away, so you can kind of feel a little stronger because a lot of people. One of my gifts is I can clear the upper channels up to the divine. So I might make if it's okay with you, I might make a little yelpy sound, which might be a little bit one high pitch. Is that going to do okay here?
Totally fine.
Okay, and then we'll go from there. So just stay with me. I try not to alter you too much. It depends on how you receive. Okay, so we're going to go with your highest will and good for David's highest will and good for what he's going to receive here. And my soul is already bringing the energy of light to you, so you're probably going to start feeling this in a minute, but you're a little blocked up at the top, so I'm going to go ahead and start clearing up in the upper channels. I don't like to use chakras. I like to use energy centers to respect everybody's belief system. So let's do that right now with some sound. So tell me if you feel this kind of relieved.
Yes.
Just lift it. Yeah, and you had like a little bit of a cap. So let's
Hmm.
bring in some more light to you. Now you might just kind of, stay with me. I know you're interviewing me, but I want you to receive this. Your shoulders are tight, and we're going to loosen them now. Clearing your spine. Feel that? There it goes. Clearing your stomach. You have I got to clear this trapped emotion out. Do you mind? It's a
Oh,
little bit in
please.
your lower ab.
Hmm.
Just let it come up. I'm going to clear your liver. Liver needs help. Might feel that on your right side. Your liver saying, "Help! You take herbs."
Uh, Not
Your
herbs,
soul
but a bunch
says,
of supplements.
"Okay." Your soul is mentioning this because I'm a soul reader. If you can incorporate, please feel it out. I'm just telling you what I get because I'm a soul reader. Incorporate some milk thistle.
Oh, I've got
Now,
some.
nothing,
I'm
nothing
taking it.
heavy. Okay, yeah, keep it up. You might want to increase a little bit.
Okay.
So it's coming out now. There's emotions in this too. I don't know if you were bullied like I was as a kid, but I kind of feel like there's some deep stuff coming out. I don't know. Maybe it's just
Yeah. Well,
frustration.
my childhood, my parents were alcoholics, so they were trying to kill
Okay.
each other all the time.
Okay. All right. I grew up in the same thing.
Yep.
My
Yep.
whole family killed
Yep.
themselves from drugs and alcohol. So
Yep.
that's what I'm seeing. This is old. This is actually good for you. David, not putting on your spot, but you're actually ready to release this. This is old emotions. Okay. This is like old ancient stuff. So are you okay with me releasing some of this?
Please,
Which is
please.
going to help your lower ab and it's going to help your
Mhm.
digestion. So let's do that now. And I want to mention, I grew up with a family that all I watched them do was kill themselves with drugs and alcohol. So that's probably why I'm so straight. I don't do anything because I took that as an example. All right, let's keep going here. So it's coming out of your lower or first chakra, first and second energy center. I'm going to rebalance them. There's a lot coming out now, so just kind of breathe a little bit. I'm releasing a lot for you. So this is a gift that you receive from the divine universe. Can you feel that flow? More flow coming in through you. It's kind of lifting up and out through your upper channels. You might get a little dizzy, so stay with me. Going into your I don't know if you want to call it sciatica, or is that what they're saying in this case? That's what I'm seeing. So I'm going to go ahead and move that vertebrae there, okay? Whatever this is, I'm seeing. Your hips are a little bit out. There we go. Let me do that. Okay, feel something going on in the lower back? And I'm working on the hips too. Out of alignment. There it goes. There's your whole spine right now. Your little neck, in the back of your neck was out. Brought it back in alignment. I call myself an energetic chiropractor. Opening your central channel. There's more light coming through you. Do you feel that your lower back is really flowing? I don't know if you want to stand up in place where I can actually get it a little better, but
Okay, sure,
if you don't mind,
sure.
it's just because I would, yeah, let me just try to get your lower back there because I kind of feel like there's a little bit needs a little help. Okay, there we go. There it goes. Can you feel that now? That's great.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I make a lot of noises because I'm moving a lot of energy. That's how I do it. So I'm just kind of loosening it up there. You're really aligned and getting in perfect alignment now. Okay, you can sit down, Dave. How does that? Is that starting to loosen up a little bit? Because I've got a
Oh,
pretty good
oh,
flow going through you.
oh, yeah. Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
but I'm not done yet. Let me ground you.
Okay.
And I want to ground in more light. So you're probably gonna might feel a little dizzy because I really just opened up your central channel. So because you're such a light worker through your work. So this is gonna help you even expand more. So So you're gonna feel your feet right now. It's going to be you're gonna feel stronger in your personal power right now. This is the first time because you had the parents thing just like I did, where I've worked on this for years. Oh my God, the unworthiness, the just the insecurity. So we're clearing a lot of this. I don't know if you could feel like a little bit more something going on around your first and second energy center that was really blocked. So now I'm able to get more light into your legs. Nice flow, very nice. You can open your heart and bring your inner child back into life because they didn't really, you had a lot of chaos growing up. So I want them to feel love with your divineness. Open your heart space as well. Well, tell me if you feel this heart activation. This is for the inner child. Every age of birth, you to where you're at right now, Dave, is receiving this energy of love and light for the divineness that you are. Loving energy. And anybody listening to this replay can tune into your healing, David, and they will receive this as well. This isn't just for you. It could be anybody who tunes in and listens to this in the future. Okay? Because somebody might need this, and I really feel there's somebody will. Never a coincidence. I'm going to clear these cords up. You have someone attached to your lower, kind of draining you. So do you mind? Tell me if you feel this release of energy. It's going to bring in more life force right now. Okay?
Cool.
There it goes. Let it go. There's somebody from your past, very dominating energy, female. She's still connected to you, and I really feel it might have been an ex or somebody. Whoever it is, let's let him go. Doesn't serve you anymore. There it goes. Now you got more flow. This person was taking a lot of your life force. Really, there's a lot more flow coming in now. Sorry. I'm doing a lot more than what I'm saying, but I just wanted to really work on your back because it's going to be it's still going to be a little sore, your soul says, for a couple of days because your body was a little out of alignment. I'm just bringing you back into perfect alignment. Sorry. This is live. I don't script this. Can you feel that love coming in your heart?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's just like pouring to you right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
It wants to come to you. There's a part of your being, and it's not older you, so please don't get me wrong. I see at every age of a person from birth to where they're at. It's a younger part of you that just feels like so unworthy. And I'm showing that person, the little part of your being that, no, this is your story. It's not who you are. So I'm updating your records right now. So they're receiving this. They're like, this is really me. And I'm like, yeah. And they're liking it. It's like filling you up from the inside out. Bring all this high frequency of light of who you are to your feet, to ground it in your physical form, the planet Earth. Excuse me. Okay, so take a deep breath and, just become aware. It could be subtle, but I can really feel that there's a big lot of openings coming for you, and I really helped your back and your right side. So give it a little time for that to work out. Of course, I can see you're a water drinker, so I don't need to tell you to drink extra water, but always a good idea. Have some extra water to flush out the toxins. I did a good liver cleanse on you, so anybody who tunes into this video in the future, if they're having some some toxicity issues in their body, I'm really good as far as clearing the liver and getting all systems on board so everything works in the way it should be in perfect harmony. And right now, you're not that you were too far off. I just felt there was some trapped emotions that were old that I cleared out of your lower energy centers, which I got more flow. And then I brought in some love, high vibrational love and light to your inner child. And because you grew up kind of similar to me, and I know it took me so long to even figure this out because I felt so unloved most of my life, but I'm bringing that in. They're starting to feel it, and it's like a lightness that's happening over you. I cleared those cords off you. Somebody who's draining your energy. All I can say is I saw the cords. I cleared them off you. I didn't cut them. I clear them, and as soon as I did that, you had a whole bunch of rush of your life force that came back to you. So were you aware of that?
I noticed that. Yes, I
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
Yes.
So right now as much as I can do. It's funny. I don't do many videos because most of the time I'm standing. When I do radio
Mhm.
shows, I'm standing the whole time because that's how I move energy. I have to like really stand, but I could do it sitting. But I really feel that I'm more of a driving force if I'm working with large groups of people that I stand to bring in more energy through me. So, but right now this is fine with us, and the good
Would
thing
you
is that
say what percentage would you say the sound is doing the work versus your energy?
oh, I think I work hand in hand because it's that's a good that this is a beautiful part about my work, and I'm not saying I'm better or worse than anybody. I don't sit here and you probably you I know you interview so many people. You've been doing this for you mentioned 30 years, right, or something.
Mhm.
And bless your heart for doing that. But I don't bring in helpers. Okay,
Mhm.
there's people who are out there who have a team of helpers. Okay, I'm not into all that weird stuff. Okay, I just believe let's bring in the divine creator. Let's bring in source. That's my gift. I don't need to have the helpers. So I do work hand in hand with my divine soul because I'm very connected. So I really feel that it's a relationship. I don't really know if it's a percentage that you're asking, but I just know like when I'm saying I'm doing something on you, some people will do healing on someone. They're like, I think this is kind of doing this, or but I know when I say I'm working on your back, I'm working on that area, and you can feel the whoo, the shift. You know what I'm saying? So, but again, this is just how I bring it. So I'm not saying I'm better than anybody or anything. I just know that I'm very precise when I say I'm bringing in source energy. It's not linked to any modality that I learned 10 years ago, and then I bring bits and pieces of that into my work. I don't do that. I
Okay.
live a very clear life.
So what about my soul song?
What about your soul song?
So can you find
Well,
my soul song or
I
soul
did.
note?
Well, I did. I was doing that on your heart.
Uh-huh.
When I was working on your heart is when I was bringing your soul vibration.
Would you say that the vibration of the soul is the same as the heart, or is it a different frequency?
I think I think it's kind of in tune or intertwined together. I think
Mhm.
it's all. I think everything's oneness, but I really feel when I see it, the way I perceive it, it's kind of like I intertwine it to where it's connected. Okay, sometimes I see disconnections, and I'm not saying that that's good or bad. I just see when something needs to be harmonized and connected together into perfect resonance.
So
Okay.
I often think of the way I think of soul is it's a frequency of you that's the core essence of you. And
Yes.
then around it are harmonics that is all the information you've learned from many lifetimes, but it's also connected to source, which is all frequencies.
Yes. Well, I work in the biofield. So when you talk about the energy around your body, some people call it the auric field. I like to say I know what the biofield is because I've been working in the biofield for many years. But I go into more detail. I do believe what you're saying, but see how I work. I go into more detail. Like I'm very detailed, of what I do, even though it's probably what you're saying it is, but I might perceive it a little differently, which I think it's that's just the way I do my work. But
Any
my whole goal is to bring harmony and oneness to all parts of you. Whatever is not aligned, I that's what I work on is bringing
any
everybody.
any suggestions how people could connect to their soul energy more?
Yeah, I think that I really feel that we need to connect in more. And I'm not one who has a lot of time for meditation, but I do spend a little bit of time myself in nature. And even though if I don't have time in nature, I find to spend a little bit of time just kind of meditating into your heart space. Because I have to say, I spent many years just busy, 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 go, 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 go. Because I have this physical part of my being that is likes to work. And then I felt like I was kind of like not really taking care of me 100%. And I had to kind of backtrack a little bit and kind of work on the heart and meditate in the heart and reconnect the love that was kind of suppressed in myself because I was not loved, as a child. It took me a while to do that, probably maybe a little longer than a lot of other people because I just grew up in chaos. I grew up in chaos, abuse, from day one of my life. I know from day one of my life I wasn't even wanted. So I really feel that that's my training for me to be very authentic to doing this work now because I just come in with just so much compassion and love.
So, so I've got this medical intuitive that he'll work on me and he'll
Okay.
work on a certain area, and
Okay.
I'll go, Michael, what's
Yes.
the frequency for that?
Okay.
And he'll
And
channel it and give me a few numbers, and then I'll create those frequencies
oh,
in the
cool.
computer for
Cool.
people.
Okay. So
So
yeah.
my liver has a gene off called the MFR,
Uh huh.
right? Which means my liver's only working 50% my whole life.
Yeah. Well, I'd be surprised if it's working a little better now. I'll go ahead and fine
Hmm.
tune it a little bit better.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I might not have his code because everybody, like I said, we're all different. I just go in there and rebalance it. I cured my own self of cancer. Okay, so it's hey, I'm not a doctor, but I just know how to work on chromosomes and upgrade DNA. Okay, so and I just know how to do that. So let's go ahead and just your liver's doing pretty good right now because I'm a medical intuitive. I can see that, but I also want to just make sure that's really running. So let's just do a little bit more sound. Do you have a way to test that after this? I'll give you a little time and see where your liver's at after the session here today with me working on you. Because
Have to get a blood test or
oh,
something.
okay, never mind.
Yeah,
Whatever you
yeah,
feel to do.
yeah.
I didn't know if your friend could check for you because it'd be interesting to see where your liver's at right now. Your soul just mentioned take a little bit more milk, so that's exactly what I keep getting. You just have a little sluggish liver, and it's just toxicity. That's all. I just cleared. Actually, what I'm looking at too, you had a little radiation overload. I don't know if you had you could walk in the sun and get radiation. Uh, I clear myself of radiation all the time. I live in Maui. It's probably one of the high.
Is
I know
that
it's
like Wi-Fi also?
Wi-Fi, everything. Yeah, I clear
Uh-huh.
people radiation all the time. So I've been clearing that on you as well when I did your clearing. But I'm talking about anything that your body, your liver kind of clears everything, and our emotions as well. I cleared a lot of trapped emotions on your liver, of frustration that was early on. But I got a pretty good flow through you right now. I just don't want to unground you. So I'm going to bring the energy back into your feet. You can feel that. Okay, I just see energy. I don't really know like notes or a percentage. I can see that your liver is functioning pretty well at this moment. I think that you just have to take a little physical action to keep it working that way because I can only work in this moment and tell you what I'm seeing in this moment. That's how I work in the moment, and that's what I'm seeing. I see it's doing pretty good now. It's not sluggish anymore.
Do you see entities also?
I did. Well, that's when I saw the cord on you. I do.
Oh, so
I
that was an entity, not my previous girlfriend.
Oh no, it was your previous girlfriend. But I'm saying if you had entity, you had something blocking your upper channel up there above your head. That could have been entity. A lot of times when I boost them out, they have to leave anyway. But I do see entities, and I clear people because a lot of times they can obviously get in the way of our evolution and get in the way of our thought patterns. So if you were feeling a little weird, that's gone because I cleared that out. It's like totally like, and
It
a lot of
is
times,
interesting. I
and
feel
there's
that
a lot.
my crown has been blocked for the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, well, you had some energy there. It was kind of negative, but I don't know what it was. I didn't really, sometimes when I'm clearing, I just keep clearing because I'm going up not just the seventh center, I'm going up to divine. So I'm just clearing. There's a lot of high vibrational entities too. I don't want to get into this energy of it, but there is a lot of negative energies at the higher vibrations too. They're sneaky. So I have an ability to clear them as well. Because they obviously they used to mess with me. That's how I got really good at clearing entities because I had to clear my own. Um, and they like to mess with energy workers such as yourself and obviously healers, and all of us. So it's just part of life, and that's probably one of the obstacles we have to deal with. Besides living a physical life and dealing with all our emotional stuff and all our whatever happens in trauma, otherwise in our life, but then we have to deal with the part of the out there where you have these entities floating around and we can't see them and they can cause a lot of havoc on us if we don't keep our energy clear. Um, so I was you do probably do your own cleansing, or I imagine you probably put your own lighter on yourself every day. But even though it can still happen to anybody, we can have a low moment. We could be clearing a trapped emotion, and sometimes they do come. They can kind of jump on us, or we can have a past lifetime entity. I clear past lives on people, so sometimes when we're clearing a past life, you could be even just clearing it on your own. Just moving it. Sometimes there's an entity there, so I mean, all I can say is I know how to clear those things. I didn't see anything on you. I scanned you. Only thing I saw was the ex-girlfriend draining your energy still. She was very
Hmm.
dominating. Whoever this was, dominating female.
Yep, yep.
Not such a great energy. So, but otherwise, I would probably try not to think about her if you have no connection with her. And actually, your soul's telling me, I hope you're not having a connection with her because it's like it's time to move. I think you already have, but just to make sure that you don't go backwards in case she calls you. Sometimes people, I kind of feel if she did try to call you here and there, she wouldn't be really so much concerned. This is not to take it personal. This is a reading because I'm a soul reader. She just want to get back in your energy field again because you guys have had past lifetime karma together. That's why it kind of went. It wasn't great towards the end. It's like you guys were kind of like fireworks in the beginning, and then it just turned into something else, and that's kind of normal because you're an old soul. I like to call you an older soul, David. So a lot of times we'll come into meeting somebody, and I find this very often because I clear a lot of people past lifetimes with somebody in this lifetime, so you can clear the karma with them. But sometimes people on the other end, like you're ready to do your work, and I can see you've been doing your work many years. But there's people who don't want to do their work. They just want to latch onto us and kind of keep us smaller at their level. So for you, it's like if this person does reach out, I would suggest to just, I mean, use your own discretion. Your soul's not really your higher self, you want to call it, oversoul, whatever you want to call it, says that it's time to move on and let's just, there's other frequencies or people that you can meet. Sometimes they hold us back to uh, sometimes meeting other people.
Hmm. So, is there any suggestions you would recommend for people doing their own sound that's easy for them to do that would be helpful?
Yeah, I mean, just making any sound through your voice is really connecting. Yeah, I mean, humming, whatever it is. I know a lot of people like to hum, and they like to hum into their chakras. I mean, their energy centers or whatever you want to call it. So, um, you know, we all are healers in our own way. And I mean, some of us are meant to do more healing than others because we all have a gift that we bring here on this planet, and it's not always healing. It could be, I go to people that are great in doing what they're doing, for business and stuff. So it's like we all have our gift to share with each other, and it's not always not to say that we don't have the capacity to heal ourselves. I know we do, but I'm just saying that it's not every. I think we all have a different calling.
Okay, so I got an interesting question.
Okay.
So, can you make the sound of source?
I think it's all through my voice, but yeah. See, it's hard when I'm sitting down, but I don't want to stand up. It's very expansive. Can you feel that? So it's expansion.
Okay, so now do the sound of your soul, if it's
Oh, I,
okay.
I, I
You
don't
do
really
that?
know what it is. uh,
Okay.
no, maybe I do. I don't know, but I guess with me, it's really hard to label certain things. I just know
Mhm,
what I think the way I work is I just know what I'm doing. I have the confidence to say this is what I do,
mhm,
this is what I work on, and this is what's happening. But I don't always know like like a sound say per
mhm,
se, because it
mhm.
comes through differently to me all the time. So I think I'm just changing like everybody else.
Cool.
But yeah.
Well, thank you for this
Oh
work
yeah.
on me. It was really, really sweet. I totally felt it and totally transformed.
Well, it's gonna
Even when you were doing source there, that was like, oh my God. Whee! It was like incredible.
Yeah, it's expansion. But I want to mention because we're working on a cellular level with you, and it's kind of like I like to call it the DNA upgrading. And I even can like lengthen people's telomeres. I'm really good with anti-aging. So I would say just give it a little time. It's not. Some people like feel like my sounds can hit them over the head. There's some people who just feel it subtly, but it's not about me putting on a show. It's about me serving you. And I really feel like today I just need to activate you and get clear. I like to say, David, clear off some old stuff on you that just was sitting there. I really think that you work with good people, but hey, we all have our specialties. My specialty is to move out energy. I'm an energy like I don't know. I just boost the energy. I could boost energy out of anything really. That's my gift and probably my harsh way of being brought up to have this really strong energy flowing through me. But for you, it's more or less I cleared a lot of some blockage. I don't see any disease or anything on you, so I scanned you for anything. I don't see anything major. Just some, like I said, you had this little bit of compression in your lower back, and then you had your shoulders and your neck was out right here. So I brought that right in alignment. Feel that right there. See that? So you're like totally in alignment right now. Good flow through your spinal column right now. And I know some people use tuning forks and all kinds of stuff, and that's great. We just have our own way of doing it. I think I just work very efficiently and very fast. I'm just very efficient. We all have our own way of doing things. There, it's a good flow. That is a nice flow because I can see it. I can see energy flowing through your central channel, and if you can't feel that, I'd be shocked.
Oh, I feel it. I totally feel it. I
Yeah,
feel my posture got way better, and
yeah, you're
it's
like
like,
standing up, yeah, and you got a good flow going through you right now. So, and again, I want to mention because you were here, you're actually helped somebody else who watched the same on you because they're going to receive it as well. Because I really feel that people are going to benefit from this um, little work that I did on you today.
excellent.
Oh, you're
Anything
so
else?
wonderful.
Anything
Yeah.
else you want to share before we end?
Yeah, I enjoy being here with you, David. You're a good soul, and I thought there was something I could see because like I said, I grew up similar to you do, so I really appreciate what you're doing here, um, and having your soul family, and like allowing me to be here today, to share my gifts as well. Because, well, like I said, I come with a good heart, and I'm really grateful to be invited to on interviews because that's my way of sharing my gift to others in whatever capacity it is. So I'm just grateful, and I don't know. I just want to say I'm just I'm here. I just want to keep the vibration high, just like you are. I'm here to help humanity in any way I can.
How
And
about this? How about this? How about
okay,
send the sound of love to everybody on the planet?
oh yeah, let's do it, everybody. Let's bring in some emerald fire of
Okay.
this emerald fire, a beautiful fire of light into our heart space. Okay, and we're just going to send this love and light out to the planet, other countries, whatever whatever. I mean, Maui needs healing, Israel, wherever it is in the world. Okay,
Right. Right.
Ukraine, wherever it is.
Uh-huh.
Emerald fire, everybody. Bring the mother's love of the Mother Earth into this. The Great Mother. There she goes. I intertwine the tapestry of the Divine Mother, Divine Source, Creator's oneness. Oh, there you go. Beautiful. And I anchored it right into our being.
Excellent.
Bless you.
Excellent. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you
Yeah.
for
Bless you,
everything.
David. Thank you, too. So grateful.
All righty. You take care.
Blessings, aloha, and mahalo.
Bye.
Bye.